Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys all about positivity. Now, you guys know I'm a very positive person. I think very much on the positive side, and honestly ever since I have, it's changed my life. It's changed the way I think about things, it's changed the way I look at things. It's made me a happier person. I've always really been a quite happy person. I've always been quite a positive person. But I have previously slipped into very negative areas, negative thoughts about my life, about what I'm doing. And it mostly came after uni. There's a lot of pressure when you're at uni to get an amazing job when you leave. And I tell you now, it's not that easy to get a job that's amazing when you leave uni. It does take a little bit of time. And I wish they'd tell you that. At uni they don't. They just say you better get a good job when you leave uni, and it's like it's not that easy. Some people get it easy but some people don't. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Today I wanted to talk to you guys all about my top positivity tips, because it's very hard at the moment to think positive, and even I am struggling with it, and I am like such a positive person. So I wanted to share my top tips with you guys, how you can stay positive, what you can do when you're feeling low, and how you can try and get yourself out of that low kind of negative thought space. I have really struggled because there's a lot going on, especially on the news. I like to stay up to date with what's going on. It makes me feel better, it makes me know what's going on. I don't want to be so far detached that I don't know what's going on in the world. Like, it really just doesn't sit right with me. But also there's part of me that's like, I don't want to know, and currently I'm really wanting to take that information in, even though I really don't need to, because it's not helping my mind and etc, etc. So I'm going to jump into the positivity tips. Everything is written on my notebook, so I don't forget anything, because we don't want to be forgetting anything. I want to give you guys all the tips I possibly can. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was this quote. Now, I don't know the full extent of the quote because I can't find it, but it's something along the lines of, when you think positive thoughts, your life will begin to change. And I have seen this in the past. When I found this quote, this was when I was like really like not in a good space, and it literally changed my thoughts on everything. I was like, oh my gosh, like it really did change my life, because I became so much happier in so many different ways. So it's a very good quote to live by. If I can find the actual quote, I'll put it on the screen, but yeah, I can never seem to find the exact quote, but it is a really good one. So moving on from that quote, it really brings us into the first tip, which is to start your day with a positive mindset. Easier said than done, I know, especially with everything going on, but when you wake up in the morning, wake up and be like, right, I've got this, I'm gonna do this, it's gonna be a good day. It might not end up being a good day, but when you start with a positive mindset, you go into your day a lot better. Something I've been starting to do is waking up, always doing my gratitude journal, because gratitude is something that's really good to practice. I'm going to talk about that later. And I'm trying to do a little bit of like stretching and yoga in the morning to wake my body up. Even though I feel so tired when I do it, it just makes me feel a little bit more like I'm moving, I'm starting my day. It's really good to kind of start your day like, I need to get out of bed right now because I'm going to be late for work. Even if you aren't going to work, even if you're working from home, it's really good to be in that mindset, because I used to always be in that mindset when I used to work in London, and I used to have to get up at 5:30 every morning, and I knew if I didn't get up I wouldn't have time to get ready. So it's like training yourself to feel good in the mornings and do whatever it is that you like to do. So maybe you like to have a coffee in the morning, so when your alarm goes off at 7 or whatever it is, get up and make that coffee straight away, or get up and put clothes on straight away, or get up and get ready, and get up and feel good, you know. Like, I think it's really important that you start your day in the best way possible. If you find that maybe social media makes you feel a bit in the morning, don't look at your phone for a while, do some things, maybe read, maybe look through Pinterest or whatever it is that makes you feel good. Do that to start your day well, because believe you me, when you start positively and when you start thinking happy thoughts in the morning, it makes the world of difference, because then you don't go into the day being like, oh, I can't be bothered, oh, I can't bother to do this. Because I even do that sometimes. I'll be like, oh, I CBA to get out of bed, and then I end up staying in bed, and then I don't do as much as I wanted to. So yeah, starting the day with a positive mindset is a really good way to go. My next tip is something that I think we can all do, and something that if you're really wanting to try and be more positive, this tip is so useful. And it's about making lists. So if you're feeling quite negative at the moment, or if you're feeling like you really need to pull more positives out of your life, out of your day, then my best tip is to write a list of all of the negative thoughts you're having, every single one. Scared of getting ill, unhappy, want your life to go back to normal, whatever it is, just a few examples. And write them all down, like everything that's making you feel crap. And then you'll kind of understand what it is that's making you feel bad. You can see it all in front of you, and you've kind of got it out. You've told someone. It's like you've told someone, but you've just written it down. And then write a list of all of the happy, positive things. It literally could be getting out of bed. It could be that you had a really good lunch. It could be that you're feeling really happy in your job. Maybe it's that you are excited that there's a vaccine. Whatever it is that you are feeling good about, write them down, and then basically scrap the negative list. Burn it, throw it in the bin, whatever you want to do. Scrap it. Don't look at that list. Only look at the positive list. The positive list will then allow you to focus on all of the things that you know are good, that you know are making you happy, that you know are the better things going on, and you'll start focusing on those. When you're ever feeling a bit low, you go back to that list, or add to that list, or write a new list. Obviously every day is different, so you might find some days that you'll have a short list, some days you'll have a really long list. Just keep going back to those positive things. If you ever feel low, just go back to that positive list. What is good that's come out of your day? And it doesn't have to be huge, it doesn't have to be amazing things. Just little things out of your day can make the world of difference. So for instance, every night I do this thing which is to do with the magic, the book The Magic. If you're interested, I'll link it below. And one of the things of like manifestation and good things to do is have like a special rock or a special stone that you hold in your hand before you go to sleep, and you just say like the best thing that happened that day, and you think about that best thing that happened that day, and it means that you kind of go to sleep in a good thought process. You don't go to bed negative. You go, oh yeah, I did that, and it makes you feel so much better. So, you know, really thinking about the positive things is so much better than thinking about the negatives, but sometimes you need to get the negatives out before you start thinking about the positive things. So give it a go and let me know if you find that useful. Another thing you can do when you're feeling low, or when you're feeling kind of sad, or you in this very negative headspace, is to pamper yourself. Now this won't work for everyone, because not everyone will get satisfaction out of this, but pampering yourself is something I personally find to be so useful, and it makes you feel so good. I often do my pampers on a Sunday, but if I'm ever feeling low or I'm feeling a bit shit about myself, I might just pamper in the middle of the week. It might be at 10 AM in the morning and be like, do you know what, I need a pamper. And that can be from putting a hair mask in your hair, fake tanning, putting makeup on, curling your hair, playing around with your hair, doing something different. Maybe it's doing your nails, maybe it's having a bath, maybe it's having a shower, maybe it's like cooking a really nice dinner. Whatever it is, pamper yourself and make yourself feel like the best you. If you want to put on a really nice dress and have like a girly evening by yourself, or with your boyfriend, girlfriend, your housemates, wife, husband, whatever, then do that. You know, do things that make you feel good. If you find that you're struggling with negativity, like dips every week, maybe you plan in to have a pamper session, or you plan in to do like a really cute movie date, or whatever it is to make you feel good. Make yourself feel like the best you. Fake tanning is one of the things I find to be really, really good, because I feel like I look quite ill when I don't have tan on, especially because I'm so pale, and in the winter when it's cold and you're like, oh, and you're pale, it can make you feel a lot worse. So I like to fake tan, I like to curl my hair, I like to do my makeup. I found in the past, if I don't do my makeup and I'm having one of those days, I feel so much worse. So, you know, make yourself feel good and do whatever it is that makes you feel good, because everyone has their own little things that they like to do. Whilst you're in that positive mindset, another good thing to do is to take photos of that moment, or take photos of the way you look, or whatever it is, and document those moments and document those happy things, because when you document the positive thoughts and the positive moments, when you look back at those positive things. So whether that's you post it on Instagram or you print it and put it in your photo album or whatever it is that you want to do, put it on Facebook, you then look back and you're like, oh, I remember I felt really good that day. Oh, I remember that really cute date night, that was really good. Not, oh, I remember when this bad thing happened and that bad thing happened. You think about the really, really good things, even if they're really small, like, oh, I remember I put makeup on to make myself feel good that day. You still made yourself feel good and it's still a good thing, if you know what I mean. Next one is a little bit easier said than done, but it's surround yourself with positive people. Not everyone in this world is going to be a positive person, and not everyone wants to be. Some people are just negative. When I was at uni, there was a girl that we went to uni with who was so negative all the time, and it literally was to the point where we were like, oh my god, can you shut up? Because like every single time she would just say these negative thoughts, and you'd just be like, I don't really need to know this. I don't want your negativity in my space right now. But when you're at uni, when you're in first year, you can't really do much. You don't know anyone, so you kind of just go along with it. But positive people are so important in your life. I have experienced many a situation where people have been more negative, said horrible things about other people, or made me feel like crap. And those people are people that you don't need in your life, whether it's a work situation or a friend situation. I'm not saying cut them out completely, but maybe give less of your time to that person. Obviously, I would probably say cut them out, but it's easier said than done, especially if they're in, oh, my hair, especially if, oh god, sorry, especially if they're in the workplace. You can't really cut people out, but you can give less of your time to that person. You can just kind of be just very like vague with that person, not really taking much time to get to know them, not really taking much time to give much of your life away to them. It's a really good way of just kind of pushing them to a side, and like they're there, you can't do anything about it, but focusing your energy on other people that may be giving more positive vibes. And if you can, cut the toxic people out of your life. Toxic people are one of the kind of main reasons why you might feel negative, you might feel shit about yourself, you might feel sad, because negative people and toxic people will make you feel like shit. And I have felt that before. I won't lie, my last job I felt like that sometimes, and it's just because when you work in certain areas, certain businesses, when there's a lot of pressure, it's hard to be happy and positive all the time. And yeah, if you can, cut the toxic people out of your life, especially if it comes down to friends. Friends are something that you can find new ones, you can make new friends. There are many ways of making new friends these days, especially with social media. You can meet people over social media. So if you're really concerned about losing friends because if you cut that one person out you'll lose the others, don't worry about it, because there are plenty of people out there who will want to be your friend and will treat you like a princess and a queen, a king, whoever you are, they'll treat you amazingly. So yeah, cut the toxic people out, you don't need them. I don't have any toxic people in my life at the moment, and I'm very happy about it, so yeah. Something I find really, really useful if I'm slipping into a negative headspace, which does happen, is to tell myself off. So if I don't know, for example, I'm on Instagram, I'm scrolling and I'm comparing myself against someone else. Maybe that person's doing a lot better than you, maybe they look amazing, maybe they are just really, really happy and like they're really showing off their happiness, and you're not feeling like that. One of the things that I do when I feel like this is to be like, I'll put my phone down and I'll be like, Charlotte, stop it, you're amazing, you don't need that, you're doing so well. And I might say to myself, you just did this, you just did this, you've got this, they haven't got that, you've got this. And instantly you start thinking more positively, because you're like, oh, okay, no, I don't need to think like that anymore. I need to focus on my goals and myself, because yes, that person does look amazing, and yes, that person is doing well, but you are also doing well. It's telling yourself to flip that switch and think about the things you want to think about, and think about the good things that come out of your day and your life and what you're focusing on, and forget about the other people, because it will really help if you just start focusing on your own goals and not focusing on what other people look like. You might have had a really, really good day the other day and felt amazing in that dress. Focus on that. One more thing before I talk about gratitude. Watch things that make you feel good, that make you happy, that make you laugh, and try not to watch negative things. Now it's easier said than done because there's a lot of movies and stuff out there that are more like negative, that are sad. If you're trying to be more positive and you don't want to think negatively, watch things that make you feel good, because then you'll focus on those things and you'll focus on the happy moments, and you'll be laughing and you'll be feeling good in yourself. Don't sit there and be like, oh, I'm gonna watch a sad movie and I'm gonna watch this and I'm gonna watch that, that will make you cry, because then you're not in that positive headspace. You're going into that negative headspace and you're diving further down, and before you know it, you're going to be like crying and not be thinking any positive thoughts at all. So if you're in a negative headspace, watch happier things, watch things that make you feel good. Don't watch sad things if you don't want to feel sad. Like if you're in a really positive headspace, you're doing really well and you're like, I want to watch that sad movie, watch the sad movie and still feel good after watching it. Don't watch it and then be like, oh my god, now I'm really sad forever and I don't want to think about positive things at all. You know what I mean? The last thing to talk about, as I said, is gratitude. Now gratitude is something that I think everyone should do, and it's something that it's so good for the soul and so good for making you feel better and realizing just how much you have and how good you have it. Every morning I write 10 things that I'm grateful for in my gratitude journal, which is actually behind me. This is my gratitude journal. It's from Papier. I'll link the website below. I don't think they sell this one anymore. And basically every morning I write 10 things that I'm grateful for, and I really delve deep into like really specific things. So for instance, I'll be grateful for my health, and I'll be grateful for my lungs, and I'll be grateful for my legs that allow me to walk. All of these different things. Delve into things that really you're really grateful for, not, oh, I'm grateful to own a computer. I mean, that's actually quite a good thing to be grateful for, but like you don't want to necessarily be grateful for like materialistic things. You want to be grateful for like those really core things that are really good things to be grateful for, like having a roof over your head and being in a warm home, and you know, grateful for the money you have, etc, etc. There's so many things you can be grateful for, but it really helps to just kind of like, what's the word, bring you down, no, like ground you and make you realize what you have, how good you actually have it. And it just does just bring out those positive thoughts, because you're like, oh my gosh, I actually have it so good right now. Like I might be feeling shit, but I really do have life quite good right now. And the other thing that I have, which is also behind me, should have pulled it out before, is this book, which is One Line a Day. And this is something that I bought recently. I literally bought it this year because I was like, do you know what, I really want to be able to look back and be like, that's when I hit that mark, or oh my gosh, I remember that, and like, oh, that's what I was feeling happy about then, look what I'm feeling happy about now. And it's a 5-year memory book, so every day, for instance, this is what it looks like. You can write the year and then you can write those happy thoughts and happy memories. So I'll give you an example. Yesterday I hit 125k on Instagram, so that's there. I also put that one of my pictures did really well, and the amount of likes that it got. What else have I done? Just said that I'm grateful for being safe and healthy. You know, little things that like you really think about your life and you can be like, that is a really good moment that when I look back in a year's time, I want to be like, oh my gosh, like that is crazy, that's what I was so happy about now, like look how far I've come, or look what's different and stuff like that. So I really recommend this. I'll link it below. Obviously it did start at the start of the year, but you know, you could start one of these whenever you wanted, and you know, I think it's a good way of like starting the day with your gratitude journal, feeling positive, writing you good things, and then finishing the day with that positive thing that's happened that day, those good things that have come out that day. Kind of like the stone that I was talking about earlier. It's a really good way of just like finishing your day with a positive thought and going to sleep thinking positively. It makes the world of difference, I promise you. Those are all of my positivity tips. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you found it useful, if you're going to use any of these tips to better yourself and make yourself feel more positive. If you like more videos like this, maybe I can do one on manifestation or gratitude journals, etc. Let me know. I really enjoyed filming this because positivity is something I'm really passionate about. I think it's such a good thing to be. Is that the right way of saying it? I don't know. It's such a good thing to be positive, and anytime I see someone who's being more negative, I always spin it around and be like, yeah, but there's a positivity thing coming. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye.